Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to another Math Side Chat with Professor Brenton Fitzgerald here. I've got my golf shirt on today. I'm going golfing after jiu-jitsu practice today. So I got a noon class here. That's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You guys can come in at noon. We also have Tuesday morning classes at 6 a.m. On Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we've got some daytime classes for you second shifters who don't go to work until 2 or 3, and then we also have that early class in the morning for you guys who do end up going to work at 8 or 9 a.m. So anyways, I say that because jiu-jitsu is what I love to do, and fortunately I get to do that on a very regular basis. It's super cool that this is now my job and I get to train any day I really want to, and I've kind of fallen into my pattern, and I kind of know which days I want to train, and I am training 3 days a week hard, rolling, and then one day I'm getting in a little rolling for jiu-jitsu. And then I'm still keeping up with my runs, my bikes, my swims, and then a little bit other things like golf. So I am doing things that I love on a regular basis because I've set myself up for about 5 to 7 years that I can get to the place where I'm at right now, that I can enjoy what I'm doing. So my question to you, and my purpose in these, is to try to elicit a response in your mind that what are you doing today to get you closer to your goal? And that's all I want you to think about today is, what did you do, even 5 minutes or an hour, or did you spend your entire day working towards where you want to be in 6 months or a year or 5 years? So if you look back, and we've been talking about this for a couple weeks, but it's really been kind of a not an issue, but a thing in my brain is, I'm really set up in a very good spot in my life because of the job that I now do, that I spent 15 years working to gain the skill enough to be able to do it. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be tomorrow that you step into the role that you want. You have to put the work in, you have to put the time in, you have to want to go far enough in whatever you're doing. And it doesn't matter what it is. If it's, you want to be a certain type of engineer, you're looking for that promotion, you're looking for that certain level in your job, title, whatever it may be. If you're dedicated to it and you keep working for it, eventually you'll get there. Now, there may be pit stops, there may be things that happen that will make you unfortunately not get there as fast as you would like, and that's okay. There's always those times where not failure, but the roadblocks that you need to figure out how to get around, the obstacles that you need to figure out how to get around. So I just want to encourage everyone to do something today that's going to get you a little bit closer to your goal. And it might take you 5 years, it might take you 10 years, it might take you 15 years, but if you do a little every day, and eventually you'll get there. There's that old saying that says, if you get 1% better every day, you're 360% better by the end of the year. So just keep working towards your goals, get to where you want to be, and set midterm or short-term, midterm, and long-term goals. Don't just have a goal that says, I want to own a house. Okay, you want to own a house, cool, that's awesome. By when do you want to own a house? If you say next month, then you're kind of fooling yourself, because you have to prepare to buy that house. You have to save money to buy the house. You have to find the house that you want. Not only that, but you have to have it be what you want. So there's a little more research that goes into wanting to buy a house. Unless you're independently wealthy, you can drop 200 grand without having to get a loan or anything. Then maybe you can have it by next month. But it still takes that time. So set reasonable goals and short-term reasonable goals, and say, okay, I want to buy a house. I want to have a house by next year, 2 years from now. All right, how much money do I have to save to have a down payment? How much do I have to fix my credit to get a better interest rate? How much do I have to have in case something goes wrong? How much do I have to have for closing costs? All that stuff. And you figure all that stuff out. You do a little bit every day. You don't sit down one day and go, well, I need to have this, and you spend 10 hours figuring out what you need to have and making your phone calls. And usually what happens is you make those phone calls and your realtor doesn't get back to you that day, and your banker doesn't get back to you that day, and the person you put the bid into the house doesn't see the offer for a couple days and gets a rebuttal in 3 or 4 days. So it's not all going to happen at once, and you have to realize that everything's kind of like that. I'm using the example of a house, but everything in life is really like that, where it's not instant, and we've gotten used to that in this culture, unfortunately, that everything comes to us really fast. But some things are not fast. Some things are painstakingly slow, and you have to chip away at it and work at it day by day. So I'm encouraging you, go do something today to reach your goal. I am training jiu-jitsu at noon and at 7 p.m. today, which I have a competition coming up in November. Get prepared for that. And then also, I am going golfing today with a new friend. Well, not a new friend, but a new golfing partner. So I'm super excited to play with them. And having multiple people to play with makes golf a lot more fun. I went golfing yesterday by myself, and it's just not as much fun when you're alone. So if you play golf and you want to golf, you hit me up, and if we can work out a time, I would love to go play. It's an enjoyable game, but I'm getting pretty good. I shot an 86, and I had one lost ball with a penalty stroke, and I missed 5 putts that I should have made. And if I would have gotten the penalty stroke back and the 5 putts, I would have shot 79, which is only 7 over par. So that would have been a really nice score. It did not, and I still missed those, but I'm working towards that. I would like to be sub 80, and then I can charge you to teach you how to play golf too. All right. I just enjoy the game, so I'm glad that I'm seeing some improvements and learning some stuff. So what are you improving on? Type it in and go do something today to make it work.